Okay, so I know it's the fall, almost going into winter, but I still think we got a little time to wear some citrus-based fragrances. So if you want to know what 5 citrus-based fragrances I managed to find in my collection, meet me on the other side of this intro. We're gonna get into it. What's going on, everybody? You guessed it. It is your boy Trey Sense. Listen, got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion for you. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into this, got a few little things we got to talk about. Okay, need a few things from you. First, I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. And if this is your second, third, fourth, 10th time coming by the channel, what are you waiting for to give me a sub? And after you give me a sub, I need you to hit the icon bell so every time I upload a video, you'll be one of the first to know and you can come by and see what we're talking about. And all of that is free, won't cost you a thing. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into these fragrances. I know that was corny, but oh well, you'll be okay. Let's get it. The first one I want to talk to you about is from the House of Lacoste. Also, before I get into this, I guess I should tell you what we're going to talk about. Now, you know from the thumbnail and you know from the intro, we're talking about citrusy fragrances. Okay, you're probably wondering, Trey, why would you do a citrusy fragrance video in November? Well, because some of us live in climates where it's still fairly warm in November, which is a perfect time to wear citrusy based fragrances. Why? Because they smell good, and two, honestly, if you think about it, they're gonna perform better in the winter or in the fall versus the summer. Summertime when we wear them, it's hot outside, the sun's beaming down on them, your body temperature is heating up, all kinds of stuff. In the winter time or the fall, it's a little bit more cool. It's a little bit, actually, to me, more pleasant. So these fragrances get a little bit more punch, a little bit more bang in the summertime than they do, in the wintertime or in the fall than they do in the summer. Summertime they come across as refreshing. Wintertime they just smell good. Hey, that's just my theory, and I just gave it away. From the House of Lacoste. It is from the L1212 line, and this is Hugo. I hate the way they do the pronunciation on these things because an old country boy like me always has a hard time pronouncing them. But nonetheless, I'll show you the bottle. There it is. Got it. Get it. Good. Very nice smelling citrus fragrance. Very clean, very bright, very uplifting, very easy to wear. It's not a challenging fragrance. But again, it is definitely a fragrance that people are gonna think that you smell good. It doesn't smell cheap at all. It is a designer fragrance, which to some people is a bad thing. To me, designer to cheapy is my lane. I do have some niche fragrances, but that mid designer to cheapy is where I live. And that's just me. Lacoste L1212 Eau Fraiche. And this is one I have worn many, many winter days, especially if I know that it's one of those days where it's just gonna be bright, sunny, and pretty, not a cloud in sight. This is definitely one I'll reach for. It could also be an office scent. That's another thing, that all of these fragrances, with the freshness and the crispness that they have and the non-offensiveness that they're gonna have, all of these could be worn in settings that you don't want to offend anybody, or settings that you just want to smell good and not just, absolutely turn heads, but at the same time still smell good and still feel confident about it. This is one that definitely does that. It's not going to break your bank. I mean, these fragrances just fit many, many different categories, in my opinion. Smell good, smell clean, smell fresh, have a nice scent trail, not break the bank, and not be just, I don't want to say disruptive, but not, again, just goes back to just not trying too hard. Lacoste L1212 Eau Fraiche. Okay. Another one, and this one is probably the least talked about out of the bunch, and probably the hardest to find in rag stores because I have not seen it that much in rag stores. It is from the house of Hugo Boss, and it honestly looks like a shiny Christmas bell, but it is not. It is United. And this is a nice citrus, fruity type of scent, as of course, you know, I gotta find. And thank you for making the atomizer black so I can see that. And this one again is a nice, easy to wear citrus based fragrance. And I think this is a limited edition. So if you see this, you may want to go ahead and pick it up. And this is a fruity citrus. It does smell really good. And again, I see very few reviews on this, as that ring light is probably shining off of this bottle, but nonetheless, we gotta do what we gotta do. This fragrance to me just smells good. I am a huge fan of Hugo Boss fragrances, whether it's the scent line or the bottle line, whichever ones. To me, they smell really good. And you know, I recently picked up Hugo Boss Reversed. It's made 2 or 3 of my videos since I picked it up. It could also be in this one because it is a citrus-based fragrance as well. But since I talk about that one so much and I only have had it a few months, I decided to talk about one I've had a little bit longer. And again, doesn't get much shine, doesn't get much talk. Speaking of shine, that bad boy shining. Nonetheless, I think it smells good. And again, easy to wear, safe, friendly, non-offensive, chill type scent, fresh out of the shower, office type scent, just non-offensive, citrus smelling fragrance with just a little bit of punch, a little bit of body, a little bit of personality, but at the same time, you're not going to offend anybody and you're not going to come off as if you're trying too hard. Hugo Boss United. Where should we go next? I know. Let's go to this one. It is from the house of John Vargas. And this also is going to blind you when I show you the bottle. It is John Vargas Nick Jonas Silver. The thing about doing these videos, you run out of skin because you're always testing and spraying and all kinds of stuff. So you run out of places to spray. And this is one, again, I've worn this in the summer and I've worn it on cooler days. I prefer it on a cooler day because the performance just isn't that great on it. As most of the time when you're dealing with a John Vargas fragrance, you're not going to get the best performance out of them anyway. This one to me comes across as citrus, woody, aromatic. And I like it a lot. Just a nice, easy to wear, non-offensive fragrance. I think this was targeted at a certain audience, hence the Nick Jonas moniker mixed with the John Vargas, but nonetheless, great little fragrance, citrusy, woody, a little bit spicy. Love the bottle design. As you see, I keep them displayed because I think they're great looking bottles. Love the juice in this. I think I paid about $35 for this in the gift set. And the crazy thing about it is when these fragrances came out in this 4.2 ounce, they were about $100. So if you can pick this up for around the $30, $40 mark, I think you're winning, doing yourself a favor. I also think these fragrances will eventually be discontinued and be hard to find because I know they were a limited time. They only released so many of them. If you see this, whether you like the scent or not, you may want to pick it up, add it to your collection, and just have it on deck, because I think in a few years, these will be the type of fragrances that dry up and you ain't gonna be able to get your hands on. Nick Jonas, John Vargas Silver. Nice. Good time of the year to wear that because it is citrusy and it is non-offensive, but it does have some woods and some personality to it that I think will make it okay for this time of the year. All right, I got 2 more. Well, since we're on the John Vargas kick, let's just keep it rolling. From the house of John Vargas, it is Artisan Pure. And I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. The first time I smelled this fragrance, I was actually impressed, very impressed, because I hadn't been too long smelt Dior Home Cologne and thought that's a fragrance I want. The price was a little too high on it, so I was like, man, I think I'm just gonna wait on that. And then I blind bought this and was like, yep, Am I saying that this is a clone? No. Am I saying that they're identical? No. What I'm saying is this will scratch the same itch for me that Dior Home Cologne would. Now, some people have to have them both. I would go for the Dior because it's a better name. Doesn't matter to me. All I care about is the juice in the bottle, how I feel when I wear it, price versus performance, things like that matter to me. So, John Varvatos, Artisan Pure. And this is definitely one you can all of these you can wear in the summertime as well. So I'm not saying that these can't be worn in the summer. I'm just saying that just because they have that bright note of citrus, don't think that they're only available for summertime use. You can wear them on any day where the weather is pretty. In my opinion. If the weather is pretty, pull it out, rock it, go for it. And last but not least, and that one again was bought in a gift set for around the $35 mark. Last but not least, one I did pay a little bit more for. I did pay a little bit more for this one. I'm trying to think, but it seems like no, I paid full price for this one. Well, no, I didn't. I got it from the house of Bulgari. It is wood Neroli, and I'm trying to think, and it was the fall, but it was again one of those bright, pretty days. Probably about this time last year when I got this one. Picked it up at TJ Maxx gift set. It was like $49. It had this one, this big 100 ml bottle, and then a 8 ounce. No, that wouldn't be right. 8 ml travel spray with it. So I sold the travel spray and got some money back. So I ended up with maybe about $40 in this. And I think that's a pretty good price for a Bulgari fragrance. Now, again, Neroli, that says it all. Just a bright, crisp, clean, refreshing Neroli. Yes, you can wear it in the summertime if you choose to, but definitely you can wear this in the wintertime. Like here, it's November, but today it's gonna be 72 degrees during the day. Now I wouldn't reach for this at night because at night it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be in probably the 40s at night. But during the day, easily 72, 73 degrees. And when the sun's out, it's gonna feel closer to 75 to 80. With that sun out there, sun shining, you're gonna be in the car, that sun coming in, you're gonna get hot. So you may even have to either roll the windows down or turn on the air conditioner for just a little bit. Nonetheless, from the house of Bulgari, Neroli wood. And I like that fragrance. I like it a lot. And that was probably the most expensive one on that list. And it may be harder to find now in the rack stores as well, which is why if I see a certain fragrance hit a rack store, I pick it up, because especially with that COVID thing that went on, there's certain fragrances that you used to see on a regular basis, you just don't see anymore. So if I see one and I'm remotely interested in it, I go ahead and pick it up. And if I don't like it, I can get rid of it, move it later. But anyway, that has been, how many was that? 5 fragrances from my collection with the note of citrus that I think you should be wearing right now, or that I think you can wear right now or any time of the year. Man, listen, I really appreciate y'all coming by the channel, checking everything out. Please keep your boy in your prayers, even though by the time you see this, everything should be done with this old left eye surgery that I gotta have. But anyway, still, keep your boy in your prayers. I'm a little bit nervous, but you know, sometimes you have to man up, flex, and do what you gotta do. So, and that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, again, thank you all for stopping by the channel. Thank you all for being the best part of this channel. So I gotta get off, thumbnail it, edit it, get it up so you guys can see it. With that being said, again, thank you for returning to the scene of the crime. And as always, I love you all. God bless you all. Until next time, peace.